sun dips low behind the barley rows. Dust still warm beneath my boots. Granddad's hammer in my callous grip mends what time and weather took. Cicadas hum their evening tune while fireflies begin to rise. I lean back slow against the rail and let the quiet fill my eyes. Mama's pie still warms the sill, cinnamon and summer peach. She'd never asked for much out here, just good soul within our reach. That old dirt road knows every mile of laughter, loss, and growing tall. It leads right home through oak and pine, where love don't need to shout at all. This ground raised me with honest hands, taught me how to bend but stand through drought and rain, through joy and fear. It's written plain right here in every scar, every seed, and every promise that I keep. Now my boy runs barefoot past the same fence posts I used to climb. He chases frogs down creek bed stones, unrushed by any clock or time. I watch him laugh beneath the pines and see the man he'll someday be, rooted deep where roots belong, like this old land gave me. This ground raised me with honest hands, taught me how to bend but stand through drought and rain, through joy and fear. It's written plain right here in every scar and every seed, every promise that I keep. Some folks chase a brighter light, but I've got all I need, right where the gravel meets the sky and memories take root and breathe. This ground raised me with honest hands, taught me how to bend but stand through drought and rain, through joy and fear. It's written plain right here in every scar and every seed, and every promise that I keep.
This cup has held more mornings than my hands can count, steam rising like the promises I never learned to keep. The rims chipped where your lips once paused, now only echoes sip from it. I found your scarf behind the door last winter, still folded in the way you always did. I didn't move it, let the dust compose a hymn over the wool you left behind. Time doesn't roar, it settles like ash on Sunday shoes. I've looked you in the gaps between the days, where nothing happened, yet everything was said. In the silence after breathing, stop to listen. That's where I keep you, warm and almost dead. shows a stranger wearing my old coat. His eyes are tired of explaining why he stays. He waters plants that bloom too briefly, then watches petals learn to pray. Regret's not loud, it hums beneath the floorboards of routine. I've loved you in the gaps between the days, where nothing happened, yet everything was true. In the stillness where the clock forgot its name, that's where I lose myself and find you. Some men collect stamps or coins, I collect the second you forgot to take. Stack them in a drawer with mismatched socks, and letters never mailed. I've loved you in the gaps between the days, where nothing happened but the world stood still. In the space your shadow left on my pillow, that's where I live and always will. Still warm, still here.
Bare feet on wet sand, you trace my name where the waves erase it slow. Palm fronds brushed your shoulder as the sun dipped low. We didn't speak much then, just watched the light turn gold, and held the quiet like a promise, too tender to unfold. And now the breeze still carries the same salt kiss hush through empty hammocks swaying, and in the late afternoon rush I found a shell today, tucked deep in my coat seam, the one you laughed and slipped inside, like a secret meant for me. You left your laughter in the tide, and I still hear it rolling in. Every wave that curls and breaks brings your voice back on the wind. The silent holds what time can't hide, your laughter in the tide. The lighthouse beam cuts through, sky washed clean and white. I walk the same old shoreline with your ghost beside. Not heavy, just a presence, warm as summer's last ray, fading slow but never gone. like the dusk we couldn't stay. You left your laughter in the tide, and I still hear it rolling in. Every wave that curls and breaks brings your voice back on the wind. The silent holds what time can't hide. Some loves don't end, they settle like sand beneath a pier. Not lost, just changed by water, year after patient year. When the moon pulls hardest, I feel you leaning near, not asking me to follow, just to remember you were here. You left your laughter in the tide, and I still hear it rolling in. Every wave that curls and breaks brings your voice back on the wind. The silent holds what time can't hide, still rolling in.
Dust clings to my boots like unpaid debts, the kind you carry past the county line. I nod at the sheriff, he tips his hat, says the heat's been lying through its teeth again. The bar smells of diesel and yesterday's fight, while a stray dog chews on a badge he found. This town took it nothing but forgetting, and I'm fresh out of life. You can wipe your hands on the checkered cloth, but the blood still hums in the flies. The jukebox coughs up an old hang tune. Same week they printed my face in the Post. Marta behind the counter pours me coffee black, says that song's got more truth than most. She slides a plate of beans with extra salt, like she knows hunger cleanses guilt slow. This town's drunk is nothing but forgetting, and I'm fresh out of life. You can wipe your hands on a checkered cloth, but the blood still hums in the flies. Church bells crack from too many warnings. The coyotes sing the lullabies. I left my horse tied to a dead man's fence. Guess that makes us even tonight. A kid in a Stetson asks if I'm the ghost from the ballad they played down in El Paso. I
Toss him a nickel, buy yourself a story where the outlaw rides clean through the storm. He grins like hope hasn't gone to rust and walks out just before the rain starts. This town talk is nothing but forgetting, and I'm fresh out of lies. You can wipe your hands on the checkered cloth, but the blood still hums in the flies. Let the cactus keep my secrets. It's better at thorns than I am.
Barstool creaks like old boots on parade ground stone. He slides a 20 across, says keep the change in the stool. Framed photos on the wall show younger men in uniform. Now our hair's gone gray, but the handshake's still the same. We don't talk much about the nights that never left us, just laugh too loud at stories only we remember. This ain't glory, it's just showing up and staying true. Brothers at the bar still wearing cold tattoos. He orders right, need no ice, like 78 in Okinawa. Says you recall that kid who cried when mail call skipped his name. We nod slow, some wounds don't bleed, they just sit quiet in your chest while life moves on with grocery lists and grandkids learning names. We don't talk much about the nights that never left us, just laugh too loud at stories only we remember. This ain't glory, it's just showing up and staying true. Brothers at the bar still wearing cold tattoos. Brother's chair stays empty now, his boots hang by the door. We raise a glass to him each year like we did back before. Not heroes, just boys who said yes when the country asked for more. Somehow lived to tell it here on this worn out tavern floor. We don't talk much about the nights that never left us, just laugh too loud at stories only we remember. This ain't glory, it's just showing up and staying true. Brothers at the bar still wearing cold tattoos, still wearing cold tattoos. Sand still warm from a sun that forgot me. Salt air thick with what I can't say. I trace your name where the high tide erased it. Now the gulls laugh and fly away. My pockets hold nothing but wet stones and a ticket I never used. The dark light flickers like a promise that drowned before it could be refused. Oh, ocean, take this quiet ache. I've got no one else to tell. You're the only one who knows my shape. When I'm breaking, when I'm well. I built a fire from driftwood dreams. Watch the smoke curl into gray. It burned too fast, just like her leaving. Left me counting hours till day. Oh, should take this quiet ache. I've got no one else to tell. You're the only one who knows my shape. When I'm breaking, when I'm well. When I'm well. I don't ask for love to return. Just let the tide not leave me dry. Let the moon keep watch while I unlearn how to want what won't stay by. Ocean, take this quiet ache. I've got no one else to tell. You're the only one who knows my shape. When I'm breaking, when I'm well.
Boots scuffed on gravel, dust on the hem. Sunset paints the diner sign like a hymn. He sets his case down by the screen door frame. Plays for coffee, plays for no one's name. Fiddle hums low from the jukebox stall. Some folks remember, most recall nothing at all. But he sings that tune about Maple Creek Bend, where love walked out and never came back again. Oh, the road don't ask for your reasons why. It just takes your footsteps and lets you cry. With 6 strings worn and a heart half torn, he turns every mile into something born. Met her once in Abilene, porch light low. She knew the words before he let them go. Now her left letters fade in his glove box drawer, but he sings her name like it still means more. Oh, the road don't ask for your reasons why, it just takes your footsteps and lets you cry. With 6 strings worn and a heart half torn, he turns every mile into something born. Some call it running, some call it free. He calls it home when the music's all he sees. No map, no master, just moon and wire, and the ghosts that ride in his campfire choir. Oh, the road don't ask for your reasons why, it just takes your footsteps and lets you cry. With 6 strings worn and a heart half torn, he turns every mile into something born. Oh, the road don't ask for your reasons why, it just takes your footsteps and lets you cry. With 6 strings worn and a heart half torn, he turns every mile into something born.
Fog lays low on the water skin, and the rope's gone cool from the night just in. She hums beneath me a quiet tune, saying steady now, the sun will be here soon. Mist over the bend, I can't see the shore, but I trust her voice like I have before. She carries me through where the light can't send, my old friend, the river mist over the bend. Her breath is the current slow as thought. The bow finds a path that my eyes could not. She whispers through reeds, through the channel's vein, guides my hands on the wheel in the soft refrain. Mist over the bend, I can't see the shore, but I trust her voice like I have before. She carries me through where the light can't send, my old friend, the river mist over the bend. Some call her danger, some call her wild. To me, she's a nurse that's rocked every mile. When the world disappears in a silver and gray, she's the one that knows the way. Fog breaks open, gold spills wide, and I see the marks where the channel hides. She laughs in the wake, lets the paddles run free, and I know she's as glad for the dawn as me. Mist over the bend, now the light pours in, but I hear her voice when the clouds roll in. Through hidden turns that the daylight bends, my old friend, the river mist over the bend. My old friend, the river mist over the bend. My old friend, the river mist over the bend. This bench still creaks like deck boards under boots. Salt's etched in every crack of these old hands. They say the harbor's quiet now, no rigging talk. Just goes that scavenge where the tide forgets. I traced the coastlines once with candle smoke, my compass drunk on rum and northern stars. Now charts gather dust behind the landlord's bar. No one asks about the dragon scar. The sea don't call me back, but I still answer. With every drop I pour, I raise the dead. They took the cannon's roll, left only whispers, but my bones remember what the wind once said. Young fools wear eye patches just for show these days. Talk gold like they've seen it bleed from hulls. They never felt the mast split in a squall, or held a brother's breath while the ocean pulled. The sea don't call me back, but I still answer. With every drop I pour, I raise the dead. They took the cannon's roar, left only whispers, but my bones remember what the wind once said. That anchor's rusted fast beneath the pier, not holding ship, just holding me in place. I'd trade this calm for one more night of chaos, one more dawn with salt instead of grace. The sea don't call me back, but I still answer. With every drop I pour, I raise the dead. They took the cannon's roll, left only whispers. My bones remember what the wind once said. Wind, just one more time. Room 307 smells like mothballs and regret. You left your lipstick on a coffee cup, said you'd be back before the ice melted, but the cubes are ghosts now and the bed's giving up. I found your note tucked in my coat, gone to find a warmer climate for my lies. We toasted with poison and called champagne, signed our names in disappearing ink. You played the widow, I played the fool. Now the lease is up and the wells run dry. The desk clerk winks when he hands me mail, says a woman called twice, voice like smoke and gin. I tell him she's my ex-wife from Reno. He says, funny, she said you were her next of kin. My suitcase gapes like a hungry mouth, full of receipts and half-used cologne. We toasted with poison and called it champagne, signed our names in disappearing ink. You played the widow, I played the fool. Now the lease is up and the wells run dry. The mirror shows a man who knew the rules, but bet his heart on loaded dice. I packed your favorite scarf just in case, but even hope's got an expiration date. I leave the key under a potted fern, the kind that dies no matter how you care. Downstairs a couple argues in Spanish about who loved less, who's better off bare. I toss my last coin in the meter, watch the seconds bleed into dawn. We toasted with poison and call it champagne, signed our names in disappearing ink. You played the widow, I played the fool. Now the lease is up and the wells run dry. Check out time. For both of us.
Queen of Hearts hits the table, and I smell her perfume again. Man, that memory cuts like bourbon, sweet going down, but it burns in the end. Got an ace hit under my knuckles, like a truth I'll never show. Some secrets are just too heavy, you keep them buried where the cold winds blow. Card by card my life's been dealt, some I played, some I held. Every hand's a hymn or a curse, and the dealer's smile don't tell. King of Spades stares back at me like a warning from the dark. Says, boy, don't bet on kindness, it ain't the way this table starts. Slide guitar lick, then the Joker grins across the felt, and the whole damn room tilts slow. One laugh and the night's wide open. You never know where that wild card will go. Card by card, my life's been dealt. Some I played, some I held. Every hand's a hymn or a curse, and the dealer's smile don't tell. Yeah, the chips come and go like the seasons, and the whiskey keeps the ghost at bay. But these cards and this table, they're the only place I've ever stayed alone.
Tail lights fade on Highway 9. Gravel crunch beneath my shoes. Same old sign still flickers low. Says pie and coffee open till you choose. Magnolia petals on the hood. Lot of letters never sent. I swore I'd leave and never look back, but here I am again. Booth 3's worn down to the wood. Your lipstick stain long gone, but I can hear your laugh so clear above that jukebox song. Said this town's too small for dreams, and I said then dream with me. You kissed my cheek and walked right out into the Tennessee heat. Neon and magnolia, you hear me where I ain't supposed to be. Drive these roads like prayers in the dark, but the church don't open up for me. Your sweater folded on the chair beside the door. Said, boy, you keep on circling back like you're looking for a war. But it ain't war, it's just your ghost in every empty street. Porch lights humming, crickets preach what my heart won't repeat. Neon and magnolia, you hear me where I ain't supposed to be. I drive these roads like prayers in the dark, but the church don't open up for me. Maybe it's the weight you leave behind, and maybe love don't need
I drive these roads like prayers in the dark, but the church don't open up for me. Neon in a back room, you ain't supposed to be. Your voice still lives in my phone's dead corner. Say I'm call anytime, like it meant something. I kept that message through 3 winters. Now I hear the pause before your laugh, like you were waiting for me to believe it. You brought soup when I had fever dreams, sat by the bed like a saint in a film. But saints don't count your pills to know how long you'd sleep while they rearranged the furniture of your trust. You were never in the room, just wearing its skin. Every hug was a door closing, every we was a locked drawer, and I kept handing you keys. Last Tuesday, you toasted to my courage at a table full of people who knew what I didn't. That your eyes flicked to the door the whole time, like you couldn't wait to leave the scene of your own kindness. You were never in the room, just wearing his skin. Every hug was a door closing, every we was a locked drawer, and I kept handing you keys. Now I replay our last coffee, watch your hands stir sugar, not for taste, but to fill the quiet, while you decided how much more of my life you could borrow before returning nothing. You were never in the room, just wearing its skin. Every hug was a door closing, every we was a locked drawer,